Good afternoon. So as promised, here's an update on the hinges that I've adjusted. These are the spacers and the new fixers. These are just blocks which are threaded where the screw is going to go through, and it's looking a little bit drastic, guys, but this is the work that's been carried out. So I've spaced out by 13mm, which has moved obviously this out 13mm, which has meant that this pivot point has also moved out 13mm. I've cut the door up, but it doesn't make any difference to basically what you see. The GRP panel covers everything. When I put the GR panel back on, I'll then fabricate or fiberglass a cover here, because there's a couple of open points, and that's the bottom one. That's the block that you saw up on the bench for the other side, and that's it, and it's done. I thought I might have to strengthen it up, but it's actually okay. I've leant on the door and there's minimal movement, so that's alright. And that's it. Quite pleased actually, because it's turned out quite well. I've now put the GRP door skin back on, and that's how the door hinges now sit. They're 13mm further out. I've used countersunk screws to make sure my line up is perfect and central. I've had to go for these are 10mm or M10 fine threads. The original ones were 12mm heads, these are 17mm heads, and that's how much it's brought the door hinge out. There's minimal cutting on the actual GRP panel, actually hardly any at all. Hasn't affected the way it opens in this phase anyway, or this stage of it. It hasn't. It opens just normal. The body back on now, and this is the side obviously that I've done all the work on. Now I've lined the gaps up and lined the body lines up as well, so they are as they should be. This is back where it was, no difference at all. And with the door open, before I start, that was the area where it was catching, and that's my gap now. It cuts in about I've spaced it out 13mm, so it cuts in whatever that is. Oh, I don't know what it is, but when I open the door, the gap is much more ideal, and let's say there should be no chance of anyone scraping that at all. Now I just got to do the other side. This side was the experiment. I've done all the brackets for I did sort of like doubled up on both of them, so now I just got to fit it all, and that's it. Doesn't scrape on the back at all. Nice and free.